Hello, everyone. That was an introduction from Vanity's Undressed. And today we're going to do something special. And we're going to be working with my crochet needles. Okay. And also things that you also may need in order to, when you get finished working with doing your crochet wig or crochet weave, you're going to need the Infinity Pro or your flat iron, whichever flat iron you have. Please use it if you have one. I'm using the Infinity Pro 2-in-1 styler. That looks like this. This is what it looks like. Okay. In order to be able to flat iron the synthetic hair or the kinetic line hair. Now, I already have some hair. The section in the back there, in order to be able to show and demonstrate how that the hair is going to be done. But I'm also going to be close up on the camera, and I'm going to give some demonstration of how that you take and you crochet hair into the head, okay, onto your own wig. Okay, now before we do that, I'm using a regular ordinary stocking cap or a net like this that I already put on my wig head right here, Latoya D. She already has a wig head on her already, and not only that, some crocheting have already been started. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate a row of how to put the crochet into a net that's like this. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up a little closer, way closer up on this camera here, so you can get a better understanding of how that's done. Then after that, okay, if you want to know what particular type of brand I'm using, as I always said, I'm using the black and gold, a 1B, and I'm also using the F13, which is also a golden color. Okay. After you get finished creating your piece or your top piece or your master parting piece or the top piece, it should come out looking like this. Hello? Which it will eventually, once you get finished doing it, have some hair also to add on to the wig in the front to create a full effect there. Okay, this is the first like ponytail, like so, and it comes out looking around like this, all the way around, or just like very much like a ponytail that a person can do to put on their hair. Okay, front and back, whatever is gold and all that blended in with it. You can also create them and then sew them together. You make 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, but it's really more like making a ponytail. But we're going to get started. Okay? So that is the first one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the method that I've been doing. So I'm going to turn Latoya, Lily D. I'm sorry. This is Lily D. This is a totally different wig stand. Sorry. She's a wig stand, not a doll. Don't forget that. Okay. Of how to be able to get the hair in. So what I'm going to do is I have already did a row. And so I'm going to start and I'm going to do another row. And all I'm doing is taking my hook through. As I go through, I'm pulling it through. Once I do that, then all I do is take and tie a knot. This is the same way that I made. If you remember, if you watched any of those series, this is how I did Ruby, the same exact way. There it is. You got your knot in it. Then I'm going to the next one. Okay. And go through maybe 2 or 3 of those. And then tie a knot. Okay. And once you do it, it should come out knotted like that. So I'm going to do that again slowly. Slowly. Okay. You take your piece of hair that you have, and then you go through the little net in the area that you want to add the hair. Hook it on to the hook. And then once you get a hold to the hair, then you have the hair. You take it, one, and you put it through that slip knot, then twist it back around again and take it back through that slip knot again and pull it through. Okay, this is the same thing that you would also do with anything. Now, what I did was I went over here and I got some of the pieces of black hair that I already took and I separated already and continue. And the reason why I'm doing it and I'm going back and forth with some blonde and some black and some blonde and some black is just so I can get this multi effect of some of the hair is black and some of the hair is blonde and black and blonde and black and blonde. And so that's going to give it a streaked effect. And I'm going to continue to do it. To make it look as though the hair that you are doing is a highlighted effect. When you're making some of the hair light and some of the hair dark. Okay? And this is the whole purpose of doing this. Take you a very, very thin piece, very thin, like so. And then take it and add it in the back. I'm going to go over here, add it in, and after I go through and I get my needle, I'm going to take it, I'm going to hook it, I'm going to close my hook, and I'm going to pull this hook through. Okay. Then I'm going to take it, tie one, I'm going to take it, try it twice. There's 2 slip knots there, and pull it through. Okay. So for all those people who thought that I was just buying crochet wigs and styling them, no, I wasn't. Okay, I was actually really truly making those. So if anybody said, "Oh, she didn't make those wigs," she took it, she bought those, and then she just styled and said she made them. No, that's not true. Okay, I made these, and you've seen it with my. Right now, I'm showing you how I did that. Okay, now we're gonna take and we're gonna turn Vanity to the side a little bit, and you see there's some on the side I did do. Okay, this is a time-consuming style. Okay, it's not over in 10, 15, 20 minutes. Okay, this is the process of creating a crochet wig. Every time I go to different events and pageants and all of this, it's always people running up to me asking me how I got my hair looking like that. It doesn't matter about whether it's a human hair extension or whether it's a synthetic, or you doing synthetic hair or human hair. Hair is hair in the end. Okay? And many black people and black girls know that you got some type of a weave or wig or extension or something hair in your hair. They may not necessarily know just exactly how to identify what the style is, but the style may be beautiful and they want their hair like that too. And what I tell them is, it's a crochet wig. Okay, I made many crochet wigs, and then use them in pageants and all that kind of stuff. So you know sometimes you meet some of these people and they work in pageants, and they always talk about, oh, well, my daughter, she do hair, and my daughter, she know how to make wigs, and you pay her $400 or $500, she'll make you wig with human hair, synthetic hair, or however she gonna do it, but you got to pay a lot of money, or she'll make your daughter a wig, and she, they cost $400, $500, $600, and that's just the hustle, okay, and that's what they doing. But you have to remember that you can also create your own wigs to do pageants as well. Okay, and so this is just the process of getting the hair in. This is not the process of styling that we are going through and that we are doing right now. This is only that how do we get the hair in there. This is the video that I'm doing to kind of break down that, and so people can get an idea of just exactly how that is really happening. Around the sides, as you can see, that is also going on, and so you want to add you want to add a little color in there, in the sides here and there. That by all means necessary. Just going through that with your hook on to the little pieces of hair. And you notice I'm taking small pieces, not huge pieces of hair, to be able to make this happen. These are very thin pieces. Okay, and as I go through, then I take and I hook, and from there, add it in. Okay, this is done with, as I said, 1% connect line hair, 1% connect line. Okay, which it can be done, and you can get a style like that. You can also make a cosplay wig. It's also like that by doing it that way. Okay, as well. Now what I'm going to do is I want to demonstrate the front area and how you're going to get that front area there. Okay, and what you want to do is take a very small piece of hair, very small pieces of hair, and I'm going directly to the front. So what you want to do is get a hold to that very thin little area there. Okay, and hook on the hair to the edge, right there. Take a small piece of hair and hook it onto the edge. And once you do that, pull that thing as tight as possible. Okay, just real tight. Okay, and this is how you're going to do the edge. Now, if you want it to be even smaller so that, people can't really tell, you want to take an even thinner piece. Okay, an even thinner piece, very thin. Okay, almost close to nothing, like hardly no hair. Okay, and from the front of the wig, take and add that in there. Just a very small piece like that. Okay, and you can tie one knot or you can tie two. I prefer to tie two, but right on the edge. This is going on the edge, and if you want to pull it, kind of pull it, and it'll make a very small, extremely tiny knot there. If you feel like the other one's knot was a little bit too big, you can always take that down. And how you take it down is by pulling it loose, like this, just like you would untie a knot. Okay, and if you feel like that you took too much hair, just unloosen it. Okay, if you feel like that, okay, well that knot was a little bit too big, I want it even smaller. So you're gonna take this hair that's already there, okay, and then you're gonna pull it apart like this and break that in half to make an even thinner strip of hair. Okay, and this is how you're going to the front. Make the hairline a little bit, tiny bit more undetected, just a little. Okay, right on the edge there of the wig, on the hairline. You want to get directly onto the hairline like this. Okay, that is the catch-22. Okay. Okay, and then pull it extremely tight. Okay, and that's how you're going to work with the hairline. Okay, always make the hairline and those areas that's in the front very small. Take very small pieces of hair, not thick pieces. Extremely small pieces. Make sure that they're even. Now, one is not too long, and even them out. And make sure that they are even. And then take and tie. Okay, this wig right here I'm working on, her name is Vanity. Okay, but what I'm doing is upgrading her, and I'm adding in some blonde to make the hair more highlighted and a little more brilliant and everything. So make sure that when you get those edges right on the edge, as close to the edge as possible so the hairline don't show up as much so. Because remember, this is not a lace front. This is a crochet wig. So you want to make the hairline as thin as possible. So if a person want to pull the hair back, then they have a very thin area there. Also, you want to sometimes put the crochets close together. Very close. Not like in the back where you can pull them far apart. In the front, you want to get them closer together. The closer that you come to the front, the closer you come to the hairline, and through the top, you want to make those much smaller going towards the front. Okay? That's how you're going to eventually get that hairline and get that area where you want to make a bang or whatever that's in the front. So, keep this in mind. Okay, what you're doing, and this is the reason why I done this like this, so that people can get a really good look of what it is. How I done Reby, I done her the same way, the black wig. Okay, and so in the front, that's what I'm talking about. When you are taking and making, and when you are hooking in, take very small, thin pieces. Okay, and just pull it through. Okay, you want to make them smaller in the front, not bigger. That's what I'm talking about. If you make the knots too big, then it shows through and it won't start to look natural. And you see, this process takes a long time. I'm on 17 minutes and 59 minutes of this video, and this weave is not completed. Like I told you before, when I created Reby, it took me 8 hours to make her. Okay, that's almost a whole day. I started around 9:30 in the morning. I wasn't even really finished until almost going towards nighttime. Okay, and I was still trying to get some hair in there. So these processes, in order to do them, in order to be able to create these videos and bring them to you, are very, very, very tedious. Okay, to create every wig before I display them takes hours and hours of work before that wig is really actually styled and fixed. Okay, so I just wanted to share how these styles are done, and how I created them and how I did it. Okay, so throughout the front, remember, and always keep that in mind, that you have to make very small, extremely small knots. This is the purpose of creating the small knots in the front, okay? So that you can be able to make bangs. Remember that when you're creating a crochet wig, it's not like how you have a transparent lace wig, okay? It's not like that. So if you start plucking and pulling the hair out of it with tweezers, you're going to start to rip and tear the neck, okay? Because it's not designed to be like a transparent lace. It's not designed to be like that, okay? It's just a regular, ordinary hair net. And what I'm doing is, I'm taking the hair net and I'm adding hair onto the net. And when you add hair onto the net, it come out looking like this, okay? Very lightweight. The net is lightweight, extremely lightweight, and so your hair can breathe through there. And so when you get finished making your crochet wig, if you decide that you want to braid your own hair down, okay, and then sew your wig on, it's very thin through here. As you can see, I have already done several rows here. I've done several of them. Okay, so it's like, you see what I'm saying? In the back, like I said, you can make the little parts a little farther apart. You can do that. Okay, you can do that if you choose to. Okay, and on the sides and stuff, but when you start getting around the front, you got to get like really, really, really closer up. Okay, and so those are layers, and you want to do them in layers, do them in lines. Okay, in lines. These are lines. If I pull them up, it's like a part. Okay, and that's how you want to do it. You want to do them in lines. One line, line one. line 2, and you keep going around line after line after line. That is how you're going to get it to look uniform, okay, and be able to work with this type. So I'm gonna have to go over here and get some more pieces of hair so I can be able to show you how to get those lines work. Now, what I mean when I say lines, okay, is, take for example, I'm starting right here on this side, right here, right there. My bad, sorry. No biggie, okay? If the wing stand fall down, just pick it back up, no problem. Okay, very good. Now, on this side right here, take for example, I was starting right here. If I start right here, and I'm doing this, and I put a tracker, I put some hair there. The next time that I put some hair, I'm going to follow this area there, and then what I'm doing is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna go a little bit farther over, just a little bit, and I'm kind of follow the line that I already did in the first place. Okay, so once I do that, I'm taking that next line. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep going, and I'm keep going and keep going, and like a row. This is what I'm doing. Okay, then I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna, just like this, I'm going towards another one that's like that. Okay, in between this thin little net here. Then I'm gonna pull some more hair through that. Once I pull some more hair through that, I'm going to take it and I'm going to tie a knot. The knot is already done. And then it's going to start to make a row. You see a row forming. Okay? So it's some structure to this. You're not just doing it. Okay? Then I'm going to go down a little bit. But still stay on that row because I'm going back towards the back of the head now. But I'm staying on that row. And I'm going to tie another knot and pull it through. As you see, it will start to form a row. One after the other, after the other, after the other. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. Okay? Now I'm going down. I'm taking maybe 2 or 3 of these. Hook it in. And again, I'm going into that net. Remember, this is an ideal. Okay? Going straight through. Then I'm tying a knot. It's forming a row. The row, as you clearly see, is coming from here, 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 and it's starting to zoom down, and it's going to keep going until it blends in with the other rows. And you see these other rows are starting to blend. Okay? And that is what you want to do. And you want to keep on going. Okay? Keep on going. Hello? You just have to stay motivated. Now. Woo! Here we go. We got a few pieces. We got a little bit of that net there. We don't need much. Okay? And pull it through. Okay? And then we're going to tie the knot. Tie it. Okay? Tie 1, tie 2, and then pull it. Now, if it's not as tight as you would like to, take both pieces of hair and kind of pull it. Okay. And keep on pulling it until they get in there tight. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to rip it. So don't yank. Okay. And then rip your net, because this net is very, very fragile. Okay. You can also do it with a wig cap that has a net as well. And if you don't have that, you can also use more of a net that's like this. Okay, this net is a little bit more. It stretch a lot, but it's a little bit more. If you got for a person with a bigger head, it's a little bit more. Well made. It's better. But you can also use those kind as well for a person who have a real big head. Okay. For a person who have a small head, like little children do, or like you're working on a thing where you want to make a little wiglet, as I said, for the top piece of the head, or like a little ponytail or a ponytail, you can make that by adding hair until it comes in, and eventually it'll stretch like this. It starts off like this. And it makes a little ponytail like this. Eventually, it'll work into like a little ponytail. And where you can just put it on their head and put it over their little braid and bobby pin it down or whatever. And then, like make a little ponytail or something like that. But it's going to come like that. It's going to work out. And it's going to turn out to be like this. Okay. Okay, so we're continuing on after having that little talk, okay, about how that works. From there to there to there, and just keep the ball rolling. Keep going and keep going. And make sure you practice these skills, okay, to be able to get it to look the way you want it to, okay. You feel me? And remember, they don't have to be extremely close to each other in order to do this. And when you get to the back, you can make the pieces of hair a little tiny bit bigger. So just keep that in mind. Okay. But once you get in towards the front of it, especially if you're making like a wiglet for a person who have a really small head, always make your pieces in the front smaller. Okay, and this is the demonstration that I'm working on, striving to show. Okay, so that people will get a better understanding of it. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to continue until I completely finish up and get Vanity completely finished, because it's going to take hours for me to completely finish her. But I wanted to demonstrate how to be able to do that. Around the front, thinner pieces, and get around the front. Go up under that little area in the edge. And get the edges too. Don't forget to crochet that too. Get those and just keep on making those rolls around and around and around and around until eventually you have enough to be able to do a bang or whatever. You can make one of these, two of these, three of these, however many you want to make. And then you can sew them together too and make a real wig, okay? As well if you want. You can do as many as you want. Just make as many as you want. Any color you want, black, blonde, black and brown, black and blue, any color you want. It's your business. Okay, and so I'm gonna be doing a little extra work with this hair piece, and I'll be actually also styling her. And when I get finished styling her, I will also finally download some videos of her completely styled. Thank you for watching, and the pictures are always downloaded. I always do. We're gonna do one more for the road. And remember, just go through. Okay, and keep those rolls in the front Keep those close together, real close. Real close. Keep those close, okay? And this is a hair innovation and an idea, okay, that anyone can pull off, anyone can do. Everything that's around the front and completely clearly around the top, keep them smaller. Make sure that you're taking smaller pieces of hair for your bang areas. For the back areas, you can make bigger, you can use thicker amounts of hair, way more, okay? And make sure that those pieces of hair is a little thicker in the back. You can pull off thicker pieces in the back, okay? Because the hair is going to fall, all the other hair is going to fall over it anyway. So nobody's going to care if it's a little bit, you know, if they're not as close together, okay? Okay, and so we're going to stick with this little area here, like we're going to go to this next little area here, like this row here, like that. Okay? Just like that. Don't matter if it's a little bit big, it'll pull through. Promise you, it'll go through that net. As long as you close that little hook on that needle, it'll go through. Okay? And for children who are trying this, or young people that's under the age of 21, young people, young adults, 16, 17, 18, 19, you can do it too. Okay? You can do it. Okay? Boys can do it. Girls can do it. Anybody can do it. Okay? You feel me? Get your net. Start making some ponytails. Put them together and make you an amazing hairstyle. Thank you. I'm Paula Abdul. And the wig stand that I demonstrated how to do the crochet on, this style is going to be amazing. When I be able to pull her back, she's going to look really thin up there. It's going to look like, really can be more like it's a person's hair, close to what it looked like in real life. And I will style her when I'm completely done with her, but I'm not completely done with her right now. So, you know, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is a demonstration of how I'm creating the new Vanity. Okay, and we add a little hair in her. And we're going to give her a black and blonde look. Okay, that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to make her look a little fuller and a little thicker. Thank you. This is signing off with Vanity. Undress.
I just put my body on the top. You know what I wanna do. It's my game. If you wanna play, there's one thing that I wanna say. I never lose. Undo me, baby, don't hold back. My love is on one. Watch me, and we can have some fun now.